Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another series of coding challenges on codewars. Today we are going to be solving a 7Q kata. Now, if you're here for the first time, Binary Life is a channel that helps you solve coding challenges so that you can see the walkthrough and the thinking process. Now, without wasting much time, let's get to the exercise of the day. Let's read it rapidly so that we can understand. The exercise is Hex Hash Sum. Complete the function that accepts a valid string and returns an integer. Wait, what will be, that will be too easy. Every character of the string should be converted to the hex value of its ASCII code, and then the resulting should be the sum of the numbers. So this is our input string. This is the hexamal equivalent representation from the ASCII code. Now let's go to the node console so that we can break it down. Okay. Oh, my node terminal is taking some time to come up. Okay, we are fine. So if we have a character like y, to convert it to get the ASCII character, we do something like this. Char code at 0. That's 89. Y in ASCII is 89. Now if we want to convert to 89 into hexadecimal representation in JavaScript, we use the toString function. We pass in 16. We get 59. That's where we get this 59. So basically these are the two important functions that you need to know for JavaScript in order to be successful with this algorithm. Now how can we use it? So we get 59 for y and 6f for 0. Let's for o, let's try to mimic that. We have sorry, that's 6f. So for every string we're given, we'll have to construct the string like this, and then we collect just the numerical parts and sum. That's 596. 5 plus 9 plus 6. So I'm going to create my string construct, which is empty for now, and I am going to construct these hex and hexamal codes and put in there. So I'm going to loop through this code. So what am I going to do? So I'm going to use a for loop. So I starts at 0. I'm going to loop the indices. All right. I think I'm going to use the for in that loops through the indices. So if I have an array like this made up of 11, 1, 3, 2 and 33, if I use the for in console.log I, it loops through the indices. So we have 3 elements which is at indices 0, 1 and 2. I'm going to use that for loop. There are many for loops in JavaScript. This is one of them. All right, if you want to see I made another video on how to on the different for loops that exist in JavaScript. You can see that in the description below. I'm going to put a link. So I'm going to use the for in the code. Now let's see if that's gonna work for a string. So if I have my string to be test, if I use the for in for the test, right, we're good to go. So for every letter in the string, I'm going to collect that letter, and then I'm going to convert it to ASCII, and then I'm going to convert it to hexadecimal using toString, and then I am going to concatenate it into our string construct. Something like that. At the end of the day, we can console log our string construct to be sure that we have all our hexadecimal well constructed. So that's good. We can see that if we add these numbers up, we're going to get 20, like it's expecting 20. So this is rightfully constructed. We just need to do the sum of everything that is a figure inside. Okay, meaning we are going to loop through. So let's loop through and do the sum. What can I do? So I'm going to create a sum variable and put it to 0. I'm going to comment this console log. Now toString was supposed to be base 16. Yeah, not just toString, like base 16. All right, that's it. Okay, so I am going to loop again for the second time. By this time I'm going to loop the string construct and sum every character inside that. It's a number actually, so I'm going to use the for of. Now the for of, remember this is the for in, it loops through the indices. Now the for of actually loops through the values. Let's recall this is our string. So if I use the for of, sorry, this is I here of, I actually get the values inside, not the indices. So I'm going to use the for of, and inside here now I'm going to loop through the string construct this time around. Let me comment the string construct here, and this is a character, every character of the string construct. I'm going to check if it's an integer. Okay, how can we do that? Let's imagine I have a variable a having a character 3. Now if I do plus a, it converts it to a number. Now what about if we have another one, b, that actually had this? If I do a plus b, I get nothing number. So we're going to use this logic inside that code during the conversion. If we convert to an int and we don't get not a number, it means it's actually a number. So if I convert the character, I try to convert to a number and it returns something different from not a number, then it means it's actually a number. So I'm going to put it into our sum. I'm going to inside sum, I'm going to do the conversion. This is the conversion. If I add a plus to a character, I get a numeric equivalence if it was a number, and then I'm going to add it inside sum. At the end of the day, I can return sum. All right, let's get that. Expected 20, but instead got not a number. Now what do we have? Let's check this condition again. Let's debug. Now I have to console log character. So we have the individual character. Now what if I console log this? I get this 3 and not a number, so I have to do everything that is different from not a number. Yep. Now there's another, I can do something. I can also trick it by saying if I convert to a number, it should be less than 10 actually. If it's less than 10, because let's come back here. Let's remember A is a character made up of 3. If I say thus is plus A less than 10, we get a true. Now B is a character with arrow. It is plus B less than 10 as false. So we can also use this trick. If this is less than 10, then we can add it inside sum. Okay, now let's get that. Right, it just passes the test. There was some play of logic there. So when you, just to remember, when you say plus of a character, it tries to convert it to a number. All right, so let's run the last test. Okay, we and do the final submission. Okay, this is somebody that has run used regular expressions. As I was trying to do the conversion to integer, even parse int also does that conversion in JavaScript. Regular expression isn't that easy to understand at first glance for developers. Even I am a little bit rusty. I have to revise that. Now this is something that uses some regular expression and a lot of JavaScript function. So here it converts to it does the same thing like we did, converts to ASCII and then to base 16. It does it for each character because it actually took the code and split into individual characters. Then map is like a for loop going through every character now and converting to hex, and then joining back so that we can have the string. This joining back gets the same thing like the string construct we have, and then replacing. Now use a regular expression to replace each numeric character inside. This is crazy. Replacing everything that is not numeric into an empty string. That's it. So he converts it to hexadecimal here. this first three lines. This is the white one. He converts to hexadecimal. He splits here, loops, convert to hexadecimal, then join it back, and then in the resulting string he replaces everything that is not a number by an empty space. So at the end of the day we have just numbers. Then he splits again and does a loop, reduces a way of looping, but returning one value at the end. So he does like a sum of everything that is inside. This is very clever. So guys, there are many ways to approach that. This is something like the one we did, just compressed into one line. It's practically the same thing. Alright, so guys, see you on another kata for another exercise and another video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.